Roll Tide. As of late, the University of Alabama has been the epitome of smash mouth, powerhouse, Southern football. Tuscaloosa, Alabama is their battlefield, and every Saturday they go to war. Texas A&M, I was on the 10-yard line, 3rd and goal, ball snap, quarterback takes the hike, moving around the pocket, scoots up, ball slips out somehow, recovers, scrambles to his left, throws it in the back of the end zone. Receiver catches it. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Now, 2 things happened this day. At the moment, the University of Alabama was the #1 team in the nation as they lost to Texas A&M. And number 2, a star was born. His name, Johnny Manziel, who would later go on to win the Heisman Trophy, the most coveted college football trophy in the nation. His nickname will also be given Johnny Football. Now, just off of Johnny Manziel's performance in 2012, Texas A&M made over $37 million. And 3%, including, and that was in television, and that's including 3%, 25% increase and $3 million in licensing sales itself. Johnny Manziel's jersey sales in 1 year was about 30,000 jerseys sold. And to give you another fun fact, during his 2 years at Texas A&M, every home game was sold out. Now, we're here to talk about NCAA and paying college athletes. That seems to be one of the most sports and social aspects and debates here today. Did you know that the NCAA makes about $11 billion a year? They nearly make triple what Facebook makes every year. Why? Simply because they don't pay their student athletes, their employees. Now, athletes are also compensated in scholarships. And their scholarships usually cover food, room and board, tuition, books, and other university fees. But if you were to take in the biggest moneymaker, which is college football and college basketball, and how every athlete is divided and their worth, the average Division I football player is worth $137,000, excuse me. And the average Division I basketball player is worth $289,000. Now, if you're going to put that in occupation sense, that would be equivalent to the first year of a physician and a dentist going into their first year of practice. Now, talking about universities and how much money they make, the University of Alabama in 1 year, 2013, made over $143 million. That's more than every professional hockey team in the United States and over 80% of professional basketball. The man you see behind me, his name is Nick Saban, and is currently the highest paid college football coach in the nation. His base salary is $7 million a year. That doesn't include bonuses or incentives, and that's with like conference championships, national championships, and other things. And also, the Alabama Boosters also just paid off his multi-million-dollar home. The next coach who's in the running, actually, behind him is Urban Meyer, and he's around $4.5 million a year. So where does all this money come from? And how does it apply to NCAA and paying college athletes? Well, most of the money is brought in by revenue through television, such as ESPN, ABC, their bowl games, advertising, and even video games. But Forbes magazine also just wrote an article recently talking about how student athletes bring in more than revenue and how much it actually helps the school. Doug Flutie, Boston College quarterback, also who would win the Heisman Trophy winner, in 1984, helped bring in 25 points in admissions, an incoming freshman. And the incoming freshman SATs skyrocketed 110 points. I mean, that's pretty significant academically coming in for Boston College. Patrick Ewing, one of the basketball greats, helped Georgetown reach the national championships for basketball 3 out of his 4 years there. During his attendance there, admissions increased 47%, And incoming freshman SAT increased 40 points. So let's just talk about how this can happen and how we can work a universal system for both the men and women who play here in the NCAA. Because it takes a lot of time and dedication to be a student athlete. One, me being personally a student athlete, I mean, this past fall, I was taking about 16 credits. I also tried to obtain a job, which I was working here at the school, and also playing football, which requires at least 20 hours. But because everything's so spread out throughout the day, I feel like I have no time for myself as well. And then we had such long trips, such as like Humboldt State, which took about a 20-hour bus ride, and Central Washington was about an 18-hour bus ride, and that was just one way. So in hope that we are able to find a universal system to pay college athletes, we are hoping that one that is a fair amount and equal and be ethical at the same time. And we hope that that everybody is able to, for instance, women who only have partial scholarships for the most part, like such as soccer, tennis, and golf, would able to even get full scholarships and be compensated for their time and efforts in their play. Now everybody is grateful. I am one grateful because obviously I can't financially sometimes, or my family wouldn't be able to financially support me for college. And being blessed here to be on a scholarship, there are others who kind of take advantage of the system. We know of players who take money from agents and who have great talents, but then makes it worse for everybody else, such as Reggie Bush, who took money from an agent, actually suspended USC for about 4 years. Now, wherever you might think of as a student athlete, I know we are compensated by scholarship, but just know that there's also, it's like being a full-time, as also having like another full-time job. And no matter who you are, I mean, even cheerleading and dancing, the basketball team, it's just all a lot of physical hard work, mentally and physically. So I hope that I hope I can help change your mind and kind of alter your perspective in how student athletes are looked about and how much work they put in. Gosh, dang, that was horrible.